That's right, ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Everything at Random. Your lovely host, JR, Jonathan, to some. And today we're diving deep into the intricate dance of authenticity. In this world that we often demand different masks for different occasions, your workplace, your love life, your friends, situations that you're in, it demands a different mask that you have to wear. The persona paradox, we can call it. We all wear those masks that in various aspects of life, like work, we might be that very steadfast, professional, very overbearing person that you have to be. While when you're with your friends, you're more laid back version emerges out of yourself, or with if you're with your significant other, that goofy side or those walls come down, or sometimes the walls go even higher. I don't know. It's all depends on the different situation and different people we in. You know what I mean? Like just the other day, I found myself in an interview, and here I am. They're asking me questions about me, and the first thing I say is like, I'm portraying this confident. I make quick decisions. I ran a team. Um, like I was very like organized and strong minded. Sounded great in the interview. I wish they could see what it is after, because guess what? Let's be honest, half of us are right after we're that confident person, we sit there, and some of us are confident all day, but we have to like psych ourselves up into that. But right after that interview, I stepped away and I was like right back to the introvert, overthinking, high anxiety, um, organized but messy type of person. You know what I mean? Like completely opposite of what I was portraying to them. And sometimes I have to do that persona to get that job, but also I have to be that persona and that wear that mask during that time. But in the rest of my life, I'm not. It's so weird. Um, it's and even like in like I notice in like past relationships, I noticed like I was always that person who like they were more attracted to the fun loving person and the persona I give off when I'm out and about. But and then they didn't realize, like at the end of the day, like I said, I have anxiety. I have all these things. What you think is confidence is it's just like some kind of mask I put on. But I'm trying to get to this place where I can blend all those people together. All those masks is one mask. It's no longer a mask. It's just me. I am confident. I am an introvert at times, and sometimes I can be like a nice side and fun loving person. You know what I mean? And come on, we all know society often nudges us to conform to fit into predetermined molds. How often have you felt pressured to be someone you're not, just to meet expectations for your loved ones, for your job, for your family, for anybody? You know what I mean? You're telling me like what I'm talking about right now doesn't resonate with you at times, that you're wearing a certain mask and you know you're not that person. Shit, we've been wearing so many different masks that we don't even know what's underneath. You know, it's weird because it's like if people was to see me in this, like the truest me, let's talk about it. The truest version of ourselves for me is this podcast. I am open, I am truthful, I am sometimes passionate, I am like sometimes sad, and sometimes I'm happy on it. It is the most like therapeutic and where I can shed the layers and embrace my authenticity. It's a space where I can be unfiltered and thoughts find their way like truly home. And I would encourage everybody to find that place where that they can be their truest because it's hard because we have to wear these masks in certain places. But I want to come to a place, I want you to realize that we shouldn't have to. Sometimes we can be that confident person and that sad person who's dealing with a lot at the same time. We don't always have to be on. And I used to say that a lot. That's a thing I used to say, like, I have to be on. It's put on a mask. I have to put on a mask. I shouldn't have to. If I don't want to do something, I should be able to say I don't want to do it. I shouldn't have to worry about how it affects others. I should worry about how it affects me, because if I'm not being the true me to everybody else, then they just fell for a person that they don't even know. And it's crazy that we do that all the time. You know what I mean? Let's reflect on some vulnerable moments. You heard me share the things that I said on this podcast and talk about my work life, my love life, my mental sanity, you know what I mean? Mental status at the time. Mental sanity. I don't know if that sounds right. But I expressed those fears and I discussed those personal challenges. And I feel like in these places, it is liberating and it's unapologetic and genuine. Some people listen to it and it resonates with them. Some people feel as though that's not me being me. And I'm sorry to say, like, I think this is my truest form. Yeah, sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I said that because that's how I felt in the moment. This is me. I can say things and I can take them back and I can grow, I can change, but be your authentic self. I no longer are so fearful what other people think of me. I'm more worried about how I feel at the end of the day. But it's hard. Let's address the challenge. Of course, maintaining the level of openness beyond this podcast has been challenging. But I want you guys to really think about, how do you bring the authenticity into your daily lives? Like, this podcast is one. Sometimes, like, reaching out to a close friend and letting them know, like, this is where I'm at in my day and this is how I'm feeling, or just releasing some of that therapy, working out, but like being your truest self. I think that's something we're working towards, and it being a new year, not new you. Remember, being a better you and understanding these things, like understanding that we've been wearing different masks for different occasions when we should just be us. I learned being authentic is not about being a perfectionist. It's about embracing the messy, the uncertain parts of ourselves. It's about evolving while staying true. I didn't know that. I think I was wearing this mask to be perfect for every occasion. Like, I know I'm gonna mess up at work. I know I'm gonna mess up in relationships. I know I'm gonna mess up with friendships. But I have to own up to those things. Being our truest selves is like, yeah, I didn't feel like going out because either the money's not right, I didn't like it, I didn't feel good, I just didn't want to go. Or sometimes, yeah, I would feel like going out. Like, yo, you don't hit me up. Like, I want to talk to you. I want to do this. I want to do that. Sometimes it's not going to be perfect. Sometimes you're not going to hear from the people you want to hear from. Sometimes you're not going to be around the people you want to be around. But that's the thing. Like, we're always changing, evolving, and learning from ourselves. And I'm hoping that that's what you get from this. Society sets expectations that sometimes clashes with our authentic selves. How do we handle these situations with the society's norms and challenges with your true self? I'm dealing with it right now. Like, I don't know who's going to listen to this. I don't know how this is going to affect me later on down in the future, or like future relationships. I already know, me talking about my ex or me talking about my job, it seems like, hey, this guy never knows how to hold down a job, or whatever, or me talking about my past relationship. Oh, you're never over your ex. Like, but these are things that I feel like this is me. Like you telling me you don't overthink the shit that you overthink at home. You don't think about leaving your job, or you did leave your job, you just didn't tell anybody, or you're thinking about your ex because you're like, you're fucked up, or you didn't fuck up, and you just miss them because all the fucking shit out there is trash. Or it could just be like, I don't want to fucking hang out with anybody, or I want to hang out with everybody. I want to fill up my house with people. It could be so many fucking things. But how do I handle this? Me personally, like I do this. I let this out. And I hope that it touches somebody, that it helps them. You know what I mean? And another thing, like take a moment to reflect on the instance when those expectations wasn't met for you. How did that made you feel? Like, did you want that person to conform to you? You know what I mean? You want them to be their true self to you. Like, how did that impact you when you found out like they did these things because they knew it made you happy, but it didn't make them happy? It wasn't them being them. You didn't want that. It wasn't really them. I know people didn't want me to put on a fake show for them. They wanted me to be me because that's who they know, you know? So reflect on those things. Like stop putting on all these different masks and everything like that, and just try to be you. Find a balance between the authenticity of yourself and the expectations of everybody else. Sometimes, I'm sorry to say, your authentic self has to like outweigh the expectations of everybody else. You know what I mean? It's about being true to yourself without aligning with others. You know what I mean? Like you have to just find that place. No longer I want you to be confident here but not confident there. I want you to be confident all the time. If this is how you are at work, take these good and bad traits, and there's bits and pieces of you all over, but mold that into who you are. And if you don't know who you are, maybe like I've been telling everybody, sit there with yourself and figure that out. You know what I mean? Find that that real you and find that true connection with yourself. Like sit there in a movie, go somewhere, figure it all out. And I know I've been talking a lot about like this journey and stuff like that because every day I take it. And I want you to see that it's not going to be easy. I know sometimes we're going to waver, we're going to falter, everything's going to go all over the place. But as long as you know you want to be the best you and the true you, take these words and run with it, you know? And as we wrap up today's episode, remember that authenticity is not the destination, it's a journey. Being one's true self, it's a journey. It's always something that you have to work towards. Embrace the layers, peel them back, reveal the beauty of your true self. Because honestly, when you figure out who you are and what better looks like, you want to be a better you, or you want to just grow into this great person, when you start peeling back those layers, you start to that journey alone. Like for me, it's the trip, the eating alone, the people I'm meeting on the way and stuff like that, and the things I'm learning about myself. The things that I knew that were there, but I was too scared to just say out loud. That journey alone, like you can't take that away. I think that's the most beautiful part about it, you know? But once again, thank you for joining me on this exploration of authenticity. Until next time, stay genuine, stay true, and keep navigating through this random life of ours. and I appreciate you listening. Yeah. Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I say so many different ways. I'm trying to find my thing, how to end it the right way. I'm sorry. Truly, I truly am sorry. I didn't even play no music in the background. I don't know if that takes away from it or it helps it. Um, I think hearing the music in the background for me helps out. But leave a comment, let me know, like, subscribe, or just tell me like it isn't shit. Like tell me something. Let me know. But I'm here with you on this journey.